You know, I prefer not to spend money unless I have to, so I'd like to share with you the tools I use for creating content that are free. Hello, it's Icy. Yes, that's right. I am cheap. Perhaps frugal is a better term. Maybe. Let's go with cheap. I prefer not to spend money on things that I don't have to. So I try and get the most I can possibly get out of free tools to do my content creation. So that includes videos on YouTube, videos on other media, so vertical or square form videos for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, photography, so either personal photography for making things look nice, and also for posting on Instagram. I make all of my own overlays, I make all of my own graphics, I do all of my own video editing as well, and I do all of this for free. Either free because the license is Creative Commons and you can use it, or free because I watch some advertising provided in the app and that pays for my usage. So let me take you through the different applications I use. Let's start with the one I am recording on right now. I use OBS. This is going to go super weird. There we go. OBS. I use OBS to record my videos. I have this set up. There are many videos on the internet that you can find to teach you how to use OBS. It's a big system. It's fantastic. It's reliable. It's open source. It's free. It works really, really well. I very much appreciate it. It is too big to go into right now how to set it up. Spend some time, have a look around. There are actually, I think, maybe a couple of videos on this channel about OBS, but it's not too extensive. So I would 100% recommend this app, OBS. There are some other flavors that you can use, some of which are also free. I prefer the original because it doesn't have extra bits and pieces added in that you don't need, and you can turn off what you don't. So I record videos with OBS, then those videos need editing. I use, you may not believe this, I use the extremely ridiculously old Microsoft Movie Maker. So this app has been around for, I want to say it probably goes back to Windows 98. It's no longer supported or exists, but if you know what you're looking for, you can find a copy. It works super simply and reliably. I can make a nice looking video with good edits, with nice transitions, with music added, all really, really quickly. There is no overhead to learn this. It's limited in what it can do, but if all you need to do is put some cuts in, put some transitions in, add some titles and a few bits and pieces, and one music track, only one. You can add separate ones, but only one music track. So it's perfect. It really is fantastic. It'll take me about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes to edit this video afterwards, if that, because of this particular piece of software. If you can't find it, and if you're looking for it, you will have to risk downloading it from possibly less than reputable sites. I do want to just let you know. Then the other free app that I would recommend, and this is free basically for small time stuff, maybe not free. I don't think it's free if you're a company, but if you're an individual creator, then I would recommend that you take a look at Davinci Resolve. You can certainly get a free-to-use license with limited features. It is definitely a much bigger piece of software. The actual editing flow through this is considerably more complicated. One thing that this, well actually several things that this app has over the one I've just shown you is Movie Maker is limited to 1080p resolution. You can't edit any higher, you can't do 4K videos, you can't do 2K videos. So if I wanted to record my screen's native resolution, I can't edit that into Movie Maker. So when I'm ready to make that transition, I will 100% be going into Davinci Resolve. This is a very big piece of software, by the way, and it is an extremely powerful piece of software. It is hard to use it in a simple way if you just need to edit things fast. So it's up to you. I know there are other apps, some of which people recommend, some of which I've tried, some of which I can't use because I'm on PC, not Mac. But these are the two I would suggest for video editing. So once you've edited your videos and you need to upload them somewhere, maybe you want some fancy photos, fancy pictures to go with them. So if you want some fancy pictures, I'm trying to make this fit in so you can see the whole thing, I would recommend GIMP. So please ignore the unfortunate name. It stands for New Image Manipulation Program, and GIMP is another open source piece of software. It is, I would say, just as powerful as any of the Adobe products. You can open Adobe files in here and you can export to Adobe format. Though obviously if you're working in GIMP exclusively, you should use its format. It will do layers. It's got a bunch of fantastic filters, including a bunch of filters that you would normally only really find on your smartphone. It can do LUTs, it can do all sorts of stuff. It's an extraordinarily powerful piece of software, and it's free. So you find it at GIMP.org, and you can download an authorized copy from there. They regularly update it. A new version, I actually need to download a new version now, so I will do that afterwards. Links to these pieces of software I'll include in the description as well. But if you don't want to pay a large corporation a lot of money, which you do for Adobe, I would recommend GIMP. And I do all of my picture editing for YouTube in here, including all of my graphics creation I do in this tool. So the other one I would recommend, which I didn't open beforehand. So speaking of large corporations who take your money, Adobe, they also have a free piece of software called Lightroom, Photoshop Lightroom. Now, you do need to sign up and log in to use this piece of software, but it is very good for editing, well, doing a really quick, the free version is great for doing a really quick pass editing over your fancy photos that you're getting off a fancy camera, or fancy photos you're getting off your mobile phone camera where you want to do some significant editing. So these are some of the pictures that I edit off the camera that I'm recording this on right now. The other thing about Lightroom, it's not just for editing, it's actually for organization. So you can use it to catalog your images by keyword, by rating, by theme, however you want. So really this is an image catalog tool as opposed to an image editing tool. There are other open source image catalog tools, some of which actually will work really well with GIMP. I haven't tried them personally. This one has been okay so far. And while I do a lot of photography, I don't do it super regularly. But Adobe Lightroom will do the trick, and it will allow you to edit and manipulate raw files and then export them as well. So you've made your images. You maybe instead took those images on your mobile phone and you want to do some editing in there. So this is a screen capture of my phone, which is a Samsung S20. Oh, I've just turned it sideways. There we go. So phone here. For editing, basically, I would recommend this one, which is Snapseed. It is a product. Stay vertical. It is a product from Google. It is free. It is an extremely powerful editing software, you've got access to curves, you've got access to fixing, you've got access to image rotation, you've got access to borders, you've got access to pre-built styles that you can apply. You can export in various formats. You can save over or export to different file names. It's very powerful. It has a small bug where if you open images, it won't auto sort at the moment by newest first, which is really annoying. But apart from that, it's a fantastic app. I started using Snapseed when the Adobe Lightroom app started to lose features. So I switched over at that point. Now, for editing videos in phone, I would recommend InShOt. So InShOt is available both on Android and iOS. It is an extraordinarily powerful video editor. Do you need to edit a wide profile video into a vertical? You can do it in this app. Do you need to take a square one and then chop it down to make it into widescreen? You can do it in this app. So let me just give you a super quick demo. This is just some test videos I've made previously. So that's fine. We'll just take the whole thing in. So for example, you can have it widescreen here. You can do it this way. I don't want to have to do it with my fingers because it won't actually do it with the mouse. So I can zoom in, I can move it around, I can change the resolution, I can make it square, I can do picture in picture, I can remove the sound, I can add in a different soundtrack, I can change the resolution and the frames per second that I'm saving this at. It will go to 4K. The only thing that you're forced to watch advertising to remove the InShOt logo, which will sometimes appear in the bottom corner, and you're forced to watch advertising when you render the video. And that's it. So you can pay a one-off fee of, I think, $5 US to remove the InShOt logo permanently. If you want to pay a subscription for this, it's expensive and possibly not worthwhile. But I really like that app. I think InShOt is amazing. Now, the other one that I use this one to make a lot of the small animated videos that you will have seen on my channel. So the little animations, the various zooms. So this is called MoShow, and it is a fantastic app where, so if I go down here, so for example, this is the one I did for Logitech. So you can see various sorts of different sort of animations that you can put in instead, and you can go through and select different ones. There are a lot of different animations, as you can see. Various sorts of styles, doing all sorts of things. There are a number of animations in here that you have to pay to unlock, which is fair. Additionally, the MoShow logo, you can see that in the bottom corner, that you need to actually own the app to be able to remove the logo, unless you do fancy things over in InShOt. I'll just leave it at that. Because the MoShow app is actually awesome. It is quite expensive, but you get a lot for free. And the way I found out about this app was, in fact, by seeing somebody's uploaded video with the MoShow logo on it. If you want X different formats and to save it in HD, you can see basically you can have square or vertical formats. And if you want other formats, then you need to pay for the full app, which I think is perfectly okay, because you get so much in this for free. And yeah, I have no problem advertising the MoShow app, because really, look at that. It is outstanding what you can do. You can also add both still images and videos into here, and it will actually process them as well. If you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen me post I'll be going live in an hour tweets, and there's like a GIF. And then those GIFs have been created initially with MoShow and then with InShOt, and then using one of the various websites that allow you to take a MP4 and then turn it into a GIF. So, do you have any questions about the free tools that I use to create my content on the internet? Do you want me to go into details about any of the apps that I've talked about? As I said, there are links in the description below. So do check them out. If you make anything with them, let me know. I'm curious to see how people use these sorts of apps, or if you have any other recommendations for free or advertising supported apps that you think are really good and worthwhile. Also, let me know, because I'm always on the lookout for more tools. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Come follow me over on twitch.tv/ICYIC, where I stream ESO and various games 4 days a week. Also, please subscribe to my new YouTube channel. You can find a link, well, actually below as well, but also off the main channel page, because the idea is I will break my content into separate spots so that can be focused once I can get the second channel's numbers high enough. So please subscribe to the other channel. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Oh, and subscribe here if you haven't. That also would be fabulous. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.